I don't care, because I only care about Ryu.
Fatality.
Hey there, welcome back to a brand new episode of Wake Up 3. You've reached round 61, and we are your hosts, Molly.
And Cam, and we are a fighting game podcast from a couple who loves fighting games.
And as usual, we are mixing it up. And for Valentine's Day, Cam has a special mix-up?
That is right. Yes, I do. Yeah, love is in the air. And because of that, I decided I was going to have you be a matchmaker for the day.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to talk about some Street Fighter 6 characters and have you pair them up.
Okay.
The twist is that I'm only going to tell you one side of the match, and you have to decide who fits with who based on likes.
Okay.
So
I will do my best.
Cool. So I'm going to give you a character from Street Fighter 6, and then I'm going to give you some likes from 3 other characters, and have you pair them together based on that.
Okay.
And I'm going to have you find a date for Ryu. And I've got 3 choices per character. Choice 1, this person likes cats, cake, and apple pie. Option number 2, crepes, fruits, candy, and shopping. And option 3, Japanese dressmaking, flower arrangement, and heavy metal music.
I guess the third one.
Okay, interesting. I'm not sure how that's going to go because that is Mai, and I think Andy might be a little upset by that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there we go. It was today when I found out that Mai was a metalhead.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Neither did I,
Okay.
but apparently she likes listening to Pantera.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. My fans, you've got your playlist settled for the day.
That's right.
It's time to get into the metal today.
Yes. All right. Next date or
Next bachelor?
next bachelor.
Are they all men?
No.
Oh, okay.
This
Next
time-
dater.
Next dater. We've got a bachelorette here, and it is Aki. A little bit of a difficult choice here.
Okay.
All right. Option 1, we've got military fashion, city life, and training. Option 2, world domination and power. Or option 3, her daughter, money, and ice cream parfaits.
I feel like I have to pick B just because like Aki's not gonna care about the other stuff at all.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I think military fashion is the one that threw me off the most as far as...
What is that, just Guile?
No, it's actually Alex. Weird, right?
What?
Yeah, I know.
What a wannabe.
Yeah, no, I left Guile out of it because he has a wife.
Oh, okay. All right, so
Guile's...
anyone taken is...
Except for
mine.
For mine, but you know.
Gotta fucking propose, Andy. Come on.
Gotta do it, yeah. What are you waiting for, Andy?
Put a ring on it.
All right. Well, the one you chose, world domination and power, that was M. Bison.
Yeah, I pretty much knew that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, someone with only 2 interests and they're awful.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
A loser. And bachelor, number 2. Character, number 3. Blanka.
Oh, God.
All right. Option A, the color gold, cosmetics, her family, and attention. Option B, music, dancing, nature, and animals. And option C, cameras, birds, running, and traveling.
We're not going to do the last one because that would be illegal. So B.
Okay, fair enough. If you did say C, I was going to say maybe Blanka just needs a friend.
Okay.
And Lily.
A friend date, a play date.
He just needs someone to hang out with.
Okay.
Look at him.
Okay.
Anyways.
Just to hang out.
But
okay.
you chose B, and that's Elena.
Elena.
So, there you
As
go.
soon as I heard nature, I was like, let's go with that. Because honestly, we don't want to bring Blanka into the city.
That's true. And animals? It's perfect for Blanka. Yeah. He's basically an animal. Well, anyways, that's all I have for today's matchmaking mix-up.
Oh, okay. Fun. Sorry, Aki. I wish I could give you a better date than that, but I just didn't think you would care about Sea Viper or Guile.
Or Alex.
Alex, I mean.
Yeah. I think
yeah,
that's...
Alex would have been a horrible date for you. So
she would have been pissed.
I guess you're welcome.
She would have been trying to poison his drink, doing the rest of us a favor.
At least if you don't like bison, you'll also be doing us a favor.
True.
All right, well, let's get back into what we've been playing. Before we get into our episode, let's talk about what's been going on personally with our fighting game journey and otherwise game journey. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think around here in the Wake Up 3 house, it's kind of between two fighting games as of late.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Street Fighter 6 and KOF 2002?
Yeah, well, wow, you were extremely correct.
Okay. We're always branching out to other things, but I feel like those are the two that are the constants right now.
Yeah. I think last we spoke, we were very heavily talking about KOF and our KOF teams and just falling back in love with KOF and getting into more of the KOF series than ever before. So That is still very prevalent in the house, as well as a return to Street Fighter 6.
Yes.
It's a bit dormant for a bit.
It was. It actually wasn't on our system for a while because Tekken took over for a little bit there. During the fall, I jumped back on Tekken 8. It wasn't any particular DLC character that brought me back. I just kind of felt like playing bears again. I love Panda and Kuma and always have fun playing them. But I think that extra time playing recently in the fall only lasted about 6 weeks because it just started to feel again like, oh man, this season does really suck. Like, I'm not having any fun playing right now, even though I am a bear and I'm partying and, doing my silly bear antics or whatever. It's just like, if you're not in the other person's face at all times, you're doing it wrong. And I don't love that game design philosophy. So I'm waiting for season 3 on that.
Yeah, that sentiment I think has definitely been echoed far and wide during season 2 of Tekken 8, that it is just not a good time.
Yeah.
A lot of players just aren't really gelling with that style, and I gotta say, I'm thinking that Tekken 8 season 2 is gonna go down as like one of the worst patches of a fighting game.
Definitely. But hopefully they can turn it around with season 3, because that one actually looks like it could be fun.
Yeah.
For one reason.
Yes. That goes for both of our thinking.
Yeah. So they're putting another animal in the game. So, more animals, Roger Jr. It's exciting.
Very, very exciting. Check out our Animals of Tekken episodes if you want to prepare for more animals returning to Tekken.
Right. But back to Street Fighter 6, you had mentioned that. We got back into it after my little Tekken detour, and I've been playing a different character yet again. How many times have you heard this on the podcast? Like, oh, Cam picked up somebody else. This time, it's Jamie, though, because of my SNK play that I've been doing so much of lately. I was looking for somebody a little bit more freeform than who I had been, DJ and Jury. And I'm liking it. I'm liking the Jamie play a lot. I have my bad days, obviously. Good days. But it's been a lot of fun. It's been freeform, and I've got a built-in excuse for losing, I guess. Oh, I couldn't get any drinks. I lost.
Okay, a little strategy.
Yeah, but no, for real. I've been playing against you a lot, against both of your characters, Elena and Lily. Mm-hmm. But that has not prepared me at all for the online ranked setting.
Do you want to clarify on that?
Yeah. So when I play you, it's like playing a real human being. I make calculated decisions based on what's happening on screen. And when I play in ranked, it's like I'm fighting a gorilla that learned how to pick up a controller and doesn't actually know what the buttons do, but they do know how to jump. So that's taken a little bit of getting used to, but we're getting back into the swing of things. How about you, though? How has your journey been going these days?
I think prior to the holiday season, I was trying to get dedicated to furthering my Elena journey, but that did not take off the way I was intending. But I also don't know if it would have been worth my time, because I feel like Elena as a character in this Street Fighter 6 era is struggling. compared to the rest of the cast. So
yeah, it seems like she's lacking a little bit.
yeah, it's unlike choosing Jamie, where you've got the give and take. You're trading in your strengths for flexibility.
Right.
With Elena, it's like, oh, she should be stronger in this area where everyone else gets to be, but she's not. Right. Why? Still paying for her Street Fighter 4 cents? Perhaps.
Yeah, it does feel that way. Like maybe they were afraid to make her too strong because people would have blown up about it.
Yeah. That being said, I still play Elena. I have been playing some Lily as well.
Yep.
Still.
Yeah.
Just to keep things fun.
But aside from fighting games, we've also been playing a couple other games now that it's a little bit colder around here.
That's probably part of why, too. I'm less into fighting games. It's just like this cold, dark winter. I always just shift into FromSoft and just play Dark Souls or any of that. So
yeah,
we are playing Dark Souls 3 this year, going all in. I'm going to platinum it. It's the 10-year anniversary of the game. Best game ever.
We're going to run all the way through New Game Plus 7.
Yep. It is possibly my favorite game of all time. Pretty dang close. So play it if you haven't. If you need to play a game that's not a fighting game, which, by the way, Souls games kind of are fighting games if you do PvP, so.
Yeah, definitely. Or if you make Kotal and Reptile and Elden Ring, which is another thing that we did.
Yeah.
But maybe we can talk about that another time.
Yeah. Let us know if you're interested. But the winter weather, the winter environment kind of does a little something different for Cam.
It does. I get a little bit more into the horror games around this time of year, and last year I played through Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3, and this year I've played through 4, 5, and 6, or at least about half of 6 so far. And I gotta say, out of those 3 games, I prefer 5 the most, which I know that's an insane opinion, but...
Now, did you play 4 the remake?
I did. I played the remake of 4.
That's supposed to be the best one.
Yeah, people glaze that game. They love it. But I don't know. There's something about it I just didn't enjoy.
I caught some glimpses of Cam's gameplay of these games, and I was curious about 4 because I always hear that it's the one. That was not apparent to me from what I could see of that game.
Yeah,
But little me, I've only played the RE1 remake.
So you stopped at peak.
Their best remake.
Yeah, exactly.
I just will say one thing before we move on to the episode. Going back to the fighting games we currently are playing on the regular, there's one criteria that helps us choose which one we're going to play, and that's whether or not Cam wants to win.
I was already side-eyeing you, like, what are you talking about? What are you going to say?
But, as Bao says, gotta keep on keeping on, so let's get into the episode.
Jeez, Bao, come on.
What time is it? It's love time.
So, I wanted to talk about some more couples and fighting games. It's been about 2 years since the last episode, Love and Fighting Games Volume 1. So, if you want to hear more after this, go check that out. My first couple that I wanted to talk about today is Ken and Eliza Masters from Street Fighter. So Ken and Eliza, they both met each other in the late 1980s after the events of Street Fighter Alpha 1. She approaches him after winning a match against Ryu, and she says, "You fight well, but what are you fighting for? Money? Fame? The attention?" Ken just looks at her and says, "I'm fighting to defeat a certain man."
So all of the above. Okay, Ken.
Yeah, all of the above, I guess. And then he says he'll keep fighting until he defeats this man. Eliza seems drawn to this, and she says, "Hey, I'm Eliza."
Okay.
So she just introduces herself.
Ken didn't ask.
I know, right? He's just like, I want to beat up a guy. Also, that certain man that he's trying to train and beat is Ryu, and he just beat Ryu. So what is he talking about? Is he trying to beat Ryu forever?
He's like trying to softly let her know, like, I don't care because I only care about Ryu.
Yeah, I'm the U.S. champion and I only care about fighting. That is how it feels. So maybe he wasn't that into her at the beginning, but In Street Fighter 2, Ken qualifies for the second World Fighting Tournament, and he leaves Eliza at his beach house because they've moved in together already at this point. They go from, hey, I'm Eliza, to next thing you know, they're living together at a beach house. Ken leaves, but he promises to propose when he returns from this tournament. However, Eliza hears that he's making it pretty far in the tournament, and she flies to Thailand to surprise him and watch his match. In the ending, they get married. Very quick. They're moving very fast.
So, did he win the tournament? Or,
He did. He did
okay.
win. That was his second win. 6 months later, Street Fighter 4 is happening, and Eliza is pregnant. It's only been 6 months since their marriage, and Ken has been invited to another tournament yet again.
What about 3?
Street Fighter 3 is the last one canonically in the franchise until Street Fighter 6, so it actually takes place later.
Is she in it?
Briefly, yeah. We'll get there. Ken isn't sure if he should go to this tournament this time, or if he should stick around, stay at home, and be a family man. Eliza tells Ken that she's not due for a little while, and that he should go. Eliza and Ken have a son named Mel Masters in the ending. In Street Fighter V, we see brief moments of Ken bonding with Mel and trying to teach him how to Hadouken and Shoryuken. Mel looks about 5 years old here. In Third Strike, Ken wins the tournament again, making him the US champion 3 times. So, he's won the tournament.
Why is Ken always winning?
I don't know. You'd think Capcom would want Ryu to be the champion. He's like,
Yeah, why
player
would
one.
they keep making the US the champion?
That is a very good question. And
Bribed.
yeah, I don't have the answers to that.
Capcom accepted a bribe.
It is interesting that they made the US win the championship 3 times. I don't have a reason for that. But after he wins the 3rd championship, Eliza and Mel rush out to celebrate his victory. So they're super happy, they're cheering, they're loving on him. He's surrounded by all of his friends. Guile's there, Ryu's there. Everything seems happy. Happy ending? Not quite. In Street Fighter 6, Ken gets caught up in a crypto scam run by JP that ends up with Ken being blamed for funding a terrorist bombing with money from the Masters Foundation. I looked into the Masters Foundation a little bit, and it sounds like they just do trading, hence the crypto stuff. But yeah, Ken gets scammed, JP gets all the money, Ken looks bad. Ken loses his money, his company, and is forced to abandon his family until he's able to clear his name. Eliza, Guile, and others know that he's been set up, so his family still believes in him, but until he can rebuild his brand and be trusted again by the public, he's working in construction and living by himself. Maybe in Super Street Fighter 6, we'll find out if Ken is living with his family again. Do you think we'll get a Super Street Fighter 6 for Season 4?
I don't know.
Maybe they won't change anything. I personally think, though, that if they're going to do a Super Street Fighter 6, the time is now. Season 4.
It should have been 2, but whatever.
Yeah, it should have been a while ago. It should have already happened, but here we are. So Ken is living alone right now and working in construction while his family just kind of hangs out without him. What are your thoughts on that?
Not very lovely.
Yeah, he should have maybe not trusted JP. What about that old man looks trustworthy to you?
Did he trust him, or did he just get hoodwinked?
He might have just gotten hoodwinked. It sounded like JP was like being, above the board and trying to donate money or something, but he swindled it all.
Sounds like JP.
It does. Can't trust this old man. Oh, you. Next up, we've got a Tekken couple, Jin and Zhao Yu. Now, Jin Kazama and Ling Zhao Yu were both introduced in Tekken 3, and they met each other at Mishima High School. Mishima High School is something that I desperately want to know more about. If Namco could give us a spin-off game, whether that be an RPG, dating simulator, mobile game even, I don't know. But I would love to know more about Mishima High School.
Like what? Who's teachers?
Yeah, who are the teachers? Can I create a custom character and go through classes? Can I learn how to fight?
Do they teach you that at Mishima High?
That's a good question. Yeah, I want to know, is there a fight club outside of the school? Is Panda there in the courtyard always hanging out? What's going on here at Mishima High? Give me a full game, please. Maybe an anime.
Okay.
I don't know. Just give me more Mishima High School. Anyways, Jin and Zhao Yu were friends at Mishima High until one day after Jin won the 3rd King of Iron Fist tournament and disappeared. Jin had been missing for about 6 months when Zhao Yu received an email telling her not to trust Heihachi. The email doesn't say who it's from, but her intuition tells her that it's from Jin. She decides to enter the 4th King of Iron Fist tournament in hopes of meeting up with him again. And she does. She talks to him briefly, and then gushes to her friend Miharu about how inspiring Jin is, because he told her if she has dreams, she needs to make them a reality.
Yeah, that's enough to get me hot under the collar, let me tell you. Flustered for days.
Can you believe what he told me?
Isn't that so dreamy, Miharu?
Yeah, so, little dreamboat, Jin Kazama.
He told me to follow my dreams if I have them. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna follow my dreams. Next up, in Tekken 6...
The hottest guy ever just told me to follow my dreams. Oh my god.
Can you believe it? My dreams are Jin. I'm gonna follow him everywhere. In Tekken 6, Jin is a criminal. Maybe even a terrorist. Actually, definitely a terrorist once you find out what he's done.
Maybe some Ken parallels.
He's done way more terrible things than Ken. In Tekken 6, Jin realizes his devil form has made him do some terrible things, and he doesn't want to be that person. But instead of turning himself in, he decides to flee the country and hide out on his own. Before leaving, Ling Xiaoyu hugs him and says that she'll stand by him no matter what. Crazy.
That's a choice.
It is a choice, considering some of the things he's done in this game consist of taking control of the Mishima Zaibatsu, sending Tekken Force units all over the world to disrupt and take over oil fields, space colonies, other energy-producing resources, conquer nations, create a nation of his own and expand it, disrupt militaries all over the world. Basically, he's looking for world domination. And Ling Xiaoyu's down for that. She's down with that. I'll stand by you no matter what.
Okay.
And for some reason, none of that terrorist stuff gets talked about anymore.
It's all just with the devil Jin.
It was all, the devil made me do it. Yeah, now he's Angel Jin after Tekken 8. But anyways, in Tekken 8, they go through a lot together in the story to put an end to Kazuya and free Jin from all of the Mishima drama and the devil gene. They finally form an actual relationship in this game. In Ling Xiaoyu's ending, she meets up with Jin in a romantic setting that Panda set up. When Jin and Ling Xiaoyu are talking, Panda gets Claudio to use his arrow magic to draw a golden heart in the sky.
So he shoots an arrow that makes a heart.
He does, yeah.
So he's some kind of magical Cupid man.
Kinda, yeah. Also, for some reason, they meet up at a restaurant and then they go outside onto like the little patio and it's super cute. But Claudio is a waiter at this restaurant. Yeah, so Claudio's a waiter and Panda's like, hey, I need you and your arrow magic for a minute. Go make this scene more romantic, please.
He's like, but I have to do some creme brulee at the table with my fire hand.
I'm on the clock. I could get fired for this.
Claudio is, just hitting another stereotypical nail on the head with being at a restaurant and being Italian.
Yeah, he's just being an Italian waiter.
Yeah, tell me when to stop the Parmesan cheese.
Yeah, say when. Oh, wait, what? You need me to shoot an arrow into the sky? I got you.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
Let me just take my break. Let me take my 15. Anyways, a little bit romantic there. It's very cute, and Zhao Yu is happy. She's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you did this all for me, Panda. You're the best wing woman ever.
Did Panda do this just on her own?
Yeah, Panda sets it up.
Out of no prompting whatsoever? Ling Xiaoyu doesn't say, I really want to have a date with Jen.
No, the way it happens... Is
Panda just really that good?
Panda's that good. The way it happens is that the two of them go out to eat, and Zhao Yu is like, man, Jin's gone. He's been missing, whatever. I miss him. I can't wait to see him again. And then Panda's like, look out there on the patio. And she's like, oh my gosh, he's here. How did you arrange this? So Panda arranged for Jin to show up and meet her.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she's just like, ooh, or whatever she does. That was supposed to be a bear sound. Claudio, I need you to shoot arrows. I will always love that all of the Tekken characters can understand each other, even if they're speaking a different language or bear.
Yeah, they got that universal earpiece in, like, We're good. Just talk.
That's awesome. That might be my favorite thing about Tekken, honestly.
That's funny because I feel like a lot of people shit on that.
I love it.
I love it too. Like, yes, I will suspend disbelief.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. Anyways, our next couple is from Mortal Kombat, and this one is Kotal and Jade.
Uh-huh.
Now, I know you know a little bit about Kotal here, or you've got a little bit of an attachment to Kotal here.
Yeah, I do.
I guess you could also say that I have a little bit of an attachment to Jade, but in the opposite way. Kind of a Jade hater.
Okay.
Anyways, how much do you know about these two as a couple?
Not much, honestly.
Fair enough. Well, let's jump into it.
I don't know how these people got together.
Well, it was all told through flashbacks for the most part up until MK11. So, long before Kotal Khan, there was Jade. Let's start with her. She was introduced in Mortal Kombat 2 back in 1993, and back then she didn't have a story because she was one of the 3 secret characters in that game who would challenge you in the arcade ladder. But over time, we find out that she's an Edenian noble, and after Shao Kahn took over Edenia, she served him as an elite assassin and later as a bodyguard to Princess Kitana. During this time, Jade becomes good friends with Kitana from having to be around her all the time. So when Kitana decides to fight Shao Kahn and free Edenia, Jade supports her fully and joins the forces of good. This does not last long, however, as Sindel, the recently revived and brainwashed mother of Kitana, kills Jade. Enter Kotal Khan, just Kotal at this point. After Shao Kahn is killed, Kotal becomes the new ruler of Outworld, the new Khan. We find out that he was once a high-ranking general for Shao Kahn before being imprisoned because Shao started viewing Kotal as a threat. We also find out that Kotal and Jade were dating at this time, when he was a general, before Kotal was ever imprisoned. Unfortunately, we don't get to see Kotal's reaction to getting out of prison and finding out that Jade is dead, because we skip ahead over 25 years to a time where Kotal is still ruling Outworld, and being a generally pretty good dude. Big Bad Kronika is pulling multiversal shenanigans, pulling past versions of characters into the current timeline. One of them being a young Jade. This is the 25 years into the future point. This younger Jade of the past and current timeline Kotal Khan are happy to see each other, and they kind of just continue their relationship. But the 25 years of ruling Outworld all by himself has turned Kotal into a much harsher man than the one that Jade knew back in the day. Jade has to stop Kotal from killing a couple of innocent Tarkatans at one point, and she kicks his ass, shames him because she can't believe the man he's become, and she runs away. Later, after this, Kotal gets his back broken in a battle with a younger, time-displaced Shao Kahn. He heals, but then he gets his head cut off, and that is the end of their story for now.
Aren't you paraphrasing? Wasn't he like literally in a healing like pool and got interrupted?
Shao Kahn is basically behind it all. He pulls Kotal out of there, and he doesn't even get to fully heal. And later on, he's got to challenge Shao again, and he gets beheaded. And he gets his head rolled down a ramp. Mm-hmm. And that's the end of their story for now. But this being Mortal Kombat, everybody dies at some point, so there's a chance they'll be back, and their level will grow stronger and stronger.
Mm-hmm. How are they even in love? How did they meet? Where did they meet? When did they meet?
They apparently met during his time as a general and her time as a bodyguard. But beyond that, there are no details.
So they met in an Outworld.
Yes, they met in Outworld while they were both serving Shao Kahn. And
okay.
Shao saw this. He also saw how good of a combatant Kotal was and thought, I need to lock this dude up before he replaces me.
Yeah. And then Jade gets killed by Sindel, who's under Shao Kahn's influence. So really, these star-crossed lovers are just pawns in Shao's game because...
Yeah, definitely.
They don't have a choice. First Jade gets murdered, now Kotal's murdered. But, whatever.
Yeah, next time they come out with a game where both characters are in it, we'll see if they're still in love. MK2, MK13, what's it going to be? Next up, we're going to move into the art of fighting and talk about Ryo and King and Robert and Yuri a little bit here. Prior to Art of Fighting 1, Ryo Sakazaki and Robert Garcia had been childhood BFFs until one day Ryo's mother died in a fiery car accident right before his 10th birthday.
Car accident.
Yes.
How am I to believe that Robert's not involved?
Because he was 10?
Car.
I know. Yeah, no, you're right. I thought about that too, because he's all in on the sports cars. He's a huge car guy.
If there's car violence, I just know Robert's near.
Yeah, did Robert do this as a 10-year-old? After Ryo loses his mother, his master, who is just his dad in a mask, disappears. And
Does he know that? Does he know it's his dad?
Like, how could you not know who it was?
Well, how old is he?
He's 10.
It's like believing in Santa Claus, though.
True.
If the dad does a good enough job at being a different person.
Yeah, true. I think you're onto
stupid.
I think kids are stupid. Home Alone drop.
Yeah. Anytime I'm in front of the mic, I just feel like I'm alone.
Yes. So I think you're onto something here, and that Ryo does not actually know that's his dad.
Okay. Well, little fan theories just bubbling up.
Yeah, and I
All
think
the time?
Yeah. It makes a lot of sense for what's coming that he wouldn't know.
Okay.
His master, who is just his dad in a mask, disappears, and 10-year-old Ryo has to take care of his 6-year-old sister Yuri all by himself.
Okay.
Kind of sad. During all of this...
Sad, irresponsible, etc.
Yeah. Maybe Takuma Sakazaki is not the best dad.
Yeah.
Not at this point.
Can't be the best at everything.
True. During all of this, Robert was forced to move back to Italy with his extremely rich family, so Ryo doesn't even get his best friend to hang out with and train with anymore.
So sad for you, Robert.
I know, right? So Robert has to go hang out with his rich relatives. Ryo and Robert used to train martial arts together all the time, and in Italy, Robert continues his training, eventually being given the nickname the Raging Tiger. And during this time, Ryo also continues his training in America, in Southtown, actually, and he becomes the Invincible Dragon.
The very real location in Florida, Southtown.
Yes. Yes.
The peninsular state and city of Southtown, Florida.
Southtown, Florida. Years later, Robert comes back to America to visit Ryo and Yuri. Robert tries to meet them at the Sakazaki dojo, but when he arrives, he sees Yuri getting kidnapped. Also, Ryo didn't make it to the dojo because he got caught up in a street fight.
With
a random person. Just a random guy. He decided, hey, I want to fight on the way to the dojo because he didn't know his sister.
Together, Ryo.
Yeah, he got distracted, didn't know his sister was in any danger, and doesn't make it to the dojo. So
why does this feel just like when I played Resident Evil and let Rebecca die? Spoiler.
Good question.
It's like, yeah, I know I gotta go get Rebecca. I definitely heard her scream, but
I think I have
a
enough
detour to the save room.
That's so great. Yeah. So he doesn't make it to the dojo, and Robert finds Ryo fighting this random dude, and he's like, hey man, you gotta cut this out because Yuri's been kidnapped and taken away.
And Ryo's probably like, well, what were you doing, bro? Don't you have a mad crush on her? Why'd you come here to tell me?
Seriously.
What are they over in Italy calling you the Raging Tiger for?
Yeah, you're raging. You should be going after her.
Can't you see I'm out here being the Invincible Dragon? On the street? Go get your girl, man.
Yeah, so once Ryo finds out, Ryo and Robert head just into downtown Southtown, looking for clues, looking for information.
I feel like Ryo's just falling behind begrudgingly, like, I was in the middle of kicking that guy's ass. How dare you?
I didn't even get to throw my super fireball. Yeah, he probably is. And they head to downtown Southtown, or into the downtown, to search for Yuri. And on their journey, they meet King, who at this time was working for Mr. Big. So I don't know if you knew that King once worked for Mr. Big.
I mean, she's pretty rough around the edges, so I could picture it.
Yeah, she is.
And she's art of fighting, so...
That's true.
What am I going to believe here?
I do want to point out, though, she was only working for Mr. Big to pay for her brother Jean's medical bills. So she's taking care...
You mean Jean? Because she's French?
Fuck. Yeah. We can leave that in if you want. Her brother Jean, because she's French.
Yeah, we'll leave that in. Jean. What's wrong with Jean?
He's in the hospital. Yeah, I don't know exactly what it is, but he seems like he's like permanently ill or something, and she just takes care of him. He's
I can picture the trope.
Yeah, he's just ill and hospitalized.
My weak, ill brother.
Yeah, exactly. Unknown illness.
whom I do everything I do for.
Yeah. So she is
the
working. The
reason I breathe
is for my weak brother. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she's not super into what Mr. Big is doing. And because of that, she's understanding. And she tells Ryo and Robert where they can find Yuri. She's like, hey, Yuri's with an old karate man. And this is where you can find her.
What? Why would she just help them?
Because she's being paid by Mr. Big, but her heart's not in it. And she's like, well, you're looking for your sister. I can relate to caring about my young sibling.
Oh, so King is really just sweet.
Yeah, and she's purely in it for the money. She's not actually there to help Mr. Big.
Okay, but you would maybe have a bit more self-preservation than to just, wouldn't you think, okay, I might get killed now by Mr. Big for tipping them off?
I would think that,
yeah.
Yes.
That's a pretty good character point for King.
Yeah, definitely. King has got good morals for sure. So she tells them exactly where to go.
Did they seek her out, or did they just happen to, walk into her bar or something? What's the deal?
Yeah, they just walk into the bar because they're traveling all over the place, looking at...
So she probably, overhears the dilemma, and she's like,
yeah,
I have a chance here. I have a choice to make.
Yeah, she's the bouncer at the club, and they're like, hey, let us in. We're looking for Yuri. And she's like, I can't let you in. And then they have a little fight, and she's like, actually, screw this. I'm not getting paid enough.
She's probably like, I can tell where your heart is.
Yeah.
And I know what it's like, so.
Exactly.
She's with your dad.
Yeah, but no one knows that yet. Mm-hmm. She tells them where to go to find Yuri. And when they get there, they find this karate man, Mr. Karate, as he's known, and they beat the shit out of him. But at some point, Yuri jumps out during the beating, and she's like, wait, stop beating him up. That's our dad. And they're a little confused, and I'm sure Robert is especially confused because, well, he doesn't say this, but he's probably thinking, that's not my dad. My dad's in Italy.
Yeah, did Robert just get a little scared right off the bat? Like, what do you mean, our dad? Are we all related and I'm just finding this out?
Yeah, Robert was internally terrified for a minute.
Yeah, a brief moment of panic.
Oh no. It turns out, though, that Mr. Karate, or Takuma, as he's sometimes known as, has been working for Mr. Big to pay the bills and take care of his kids. But when he tried to quit, Mr. Big didn't take kindly to that and kidnapped his daughter to keep him in line.
Wish this just felt like a story.
Yeah. It
feels too real.
I know, right?
Everybody's indebted to Mr. Big and they're working for him to pay off their debts.
Yeah.
And they're all scared of him.
Yeah.
Can't stop working for him.
Anyways, after this, they do successfully save Yuri. And Ryo, Robert, Yuri, and Takuma all make their way to the Art of Fighting 2. Which does very little to advance the romantic plot. But King does call Ryo a eunuch here.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Ryo talks about how he likes her femininity, and he kind of just brushes the back of his neck like he's nervous and doesn't really know how to talk to girls. He's just like, I like your femininity. You're really pretty. And King says to him, I didn't come here to listen to your pickup lines, eunuch.
Oh my.
Yeah, calling Ryo a ballless man. You've got no balls. Yeah, I thought that was kind of crazy. Well, there isn't much other romantic progress in this game. The credits do show a few sequences of Yuri and Robert flirting, hugging, etc. And then there's one final shot of Yuri seeing Robert flirting with King, and she gets really jealous and shoots a gigantic pink fireball super at him. So King jumps out of the way, and right before Robert gets blasted into smithereens, it just kind of cold cuts, and that's the last you see of them for a little while. I think it's a really fun credit sequence. Now we are getting to the events of Art of Fighting 3, which we covered a whole lot more in round 59.
Mm-hmm.
Robert was in Italy at the beginning of this, and he comes to Southtown to visit his friends, but before he actually meets up with Yuri and Ryo, he meets an old friend, Frida. Frida has some issues in Mexico, so Robert, being the good guy that he is, says, I'll tag along, I'll go to Mexico with you, let's figure this out. We're childhood BFFs, so let's do this. Robert heads from Southtown to Mexico, but Ryo and Yuri decide that they want to follow him because they're worried about whatever trouble he's mixed up in. On their search for Robert, Yuri gets attacked by both a giant pelican and Sinclair. the extremely low-tier sword user. Sinclair slashes Yuri with her curved sword, sending Yuri to a Mexican hospital. Ryo continues onward until he finds Robert on his own, and he tells Robert, "Hey, Yuri is injured and in the hospital, and you should go visit her." Robert is still focused, though, on helping his old childhood friend, and he says, "I'll see her later. I gotta do this first."
She got hurt looking for you, though. Yeah, Come on.
She got slashed with a curved sword.
Robert is really low on the list right now of all these all these guys in these relationships.
Yeah, he goes from flirting with King to just
even below the eunuch Ryo.
Oh, no. Yeah, Ryo might be an idiot, but he's loyal, right?
He might be a ballless fool, but he's still trying.
He's still trying.
Robert's like, I'm not going to try at all.
He's like, I have to help my friend that I haven't seen in 20 years.
Robert's like, oh, an opportunity to be a good guy? No thanks.
Later, Robert gets into trouble against the big bad Weiler. But before Weiler can finish him off, Yuri appears behind Robert and blasts a pink fireball into Weiler, saving Robert because Robert was on the ground about to just get pulverized. Yuri saves the day.
So the Art of Fighting 2 ending was like a foreshadowing.
Yeah, a little bit.
Fighting 3.
Yeah, she shows up. She's always watching out for Robert.
Big pink fireball.
Yeah,
but it's not going to hit Robert.
Nope, it's not going to hit Robert. It's going to hit Weiler. This seems to have taken the last of her strength, though, and she collapses. She does not finish off Weiler, of course, because he's the big bad. As she collapses, Yuri tells Robert, "I'm glad I made it in time, Bobby."
Ew.
Yeah, she calls him Bobby.
I don't know why that was my gut reaction, but ew.
Fair enough. Sorry to our Bobbies out there. Robert gains a renewed sense of strength at this. He may have failed his friend, but he cannot fail Yuri.
Bobby strength.
Bobby strength. Bobby defeats Weiler.
Like only Bobby can.
Like only Bobby can. And then he says bye to Ryo and Yuri and heads for the airport to go back to Italy. He didn't even get to spend any time in Southtown. At the airport, Yuri surprises Robert, and she has a ticket of her own. She's trying to go to Italy with him.
Oh.
Yeah. She does mention, though, that they have to hurry and keep this trip on the down low, or Ryo might invite himself along with them. Because he's, kind of daft.
You just never know what a man without balls will do.
Or a brain. Yeah, so Ryo might invite himself if they don't hurry up and get out of here. Robert and Yuri travel to Italy together, and on the way, Yuri mentions that maybe their next trip can be to the Southtown Islands for their honeymoon.
Wow, pretty forward there, Yuri.
Yeah. She is very forward. It kind of seems like she's the one doing all the moves here, like saving Robert, getting King away.
Very similar to Ling Xiaoyu.
Yeah. She's
kind of one-sided.
Very like girl boss energy. Gonna get what she wants. Ryo and King, on the other hand, continue to have more of a will they, won't they relationship. Mm-hmm. Always lightly flirting during game intros, but so far we haven't seen anything of true substance.
Okay.
In King of Fighters 14, Ryo's talking to King and he makes her blush, and that is the latest development for them. But maybe in Art of Fighting 4, we'll finally see them make a little progress whenever that game gets announced.
Yeah, we'll see. King better be in that game.
I think she will be. There's no way they can just drop her again. Especially as a KOF mainstay. She's got to be there.
I mean, she's from Art of Fighting, so...
Definitely. She has to be. Put her there.
All right.
That is all I have for today's Love and Fighting games. And I look forward to talking about more of them in the future. But for now, which one do you think you enjoyed the most today?
Probably... I don't know. It would either be the Art of Fighting people or Ling Xiaoyu just for the Claudio details.
Yeah. That is a really fun sequence.
Mm-hmm.
Claudio is a waiter. Yeah.
Yeah, there was more to that whole scene than I anticipated. What was your favorite?
My favorite was the Art of Fighting one, because I really liked Yuri's involvement in Art of Fighting 3 since she is not in that game. Mm-hmm. I thought it was really cool that they still gave her a sprite, and it wasn't just an Art of Fighting 2 sprite, it was actually unique. She was wearing casual clothing. Yeah,
that is pretty fun.
Yeah, so
hopefully we see a Yuri at some point in time where you can wear that outfit.
Definitely.
Because that would be a really cool callback to something that you've never been able to wear.
Yeah, I really enjoy that. I think that's a fun thing that they definitely didn't have to do. So I like what they did. I'm happy that she was part of the story, because she also wasn't an Art of Fighting 1, but she's a major part of that story. So I think Yuri is very central to Art of Fighting.
For sure. Just to give a bit more detail about that look of Yuri, it's kind of fun too, because it's not even the same hair color. It's like she's like a carefree summertime Yuri with like sunshine highlights, because her hair's like, it's a little lighter than usual.
Right.
It's not the dark brown that we're used to seeing. And it's kind of, more relaxed. It's like kind of down, and she's wearing like a little ringer tee and shorts, and yeah, it's just
still
like
the same shoes though.
Yeah, it's just like cute, and it's fun to see the more of a origin to a casual look for a character.
Yeah.
Because like to compare, like for example, today we've got Street Fighter 6 showing Mai sitting in her casual clothes on the character select screen, but you can't wear that outfit.
Right.
So it's just like another example of a fun, like, oh, they didn't have to, but they did.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that about
cool.
SNK specifically, all of the random casual outfits that they will put their characters in endings or promotional artwork or whatever. I know other studios do that as well, but it seems like it's like a very SNK thing to do that with a lot of characters. Yeah, that is all I have for love and fighting games. I hope you all enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks for bringing the new set of couples.
Of course.
From fighting games, and let us know who your favorite love and fighting games story belongs to.
Yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful Valentine's Day, and we will see you in the next episode.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Wake Up 3. You can follow the podcast on Twitter at wakeupthreefgc, and you can find me, your host Molly, on Twitter at kahnkut. That's KAHNKUT. Cam, where are you?
I am on Twitter at bigruckonline, and I look forward to seeing you there. This is Wake Up 3, signing off.
Bye. Cold cuts and salamis.
Did I say cold cuts?
You did. You
oh my
said cold
God.
cuts.
Like I was just
couldn't stop thinking about little deli meats.